Hi. So I wasn't joking. When I put that cargo terminal in there and made that connection to the highway, all of a sudden it became very quick for that terminal, for their traffic to leave. Anyways, coming back ended up being quite the different story. To the point that I needed another terminal because I wasn't really. I don't like those. What do you call them? Traffic sponges? No, I don't like doing those. So in this video, I just put down the terminal, put down some rough roads, and I'm tweaking it out, right? Making it run the way I want to run it. Right. So the way I want the terminals to work this highway piece, this 3-lane, is if you're coming in from the right, you stay to the right and merge left. And if you're coming from the left, I want you to stay left and merge right. Right, that way, traffic, I guess what you call zippers a lot better, except that doesn't have a right arrow on it. Or sorry, left arrow in this case. Because, yeah, it's the only way it's going to work. It has to have a left arrow so it stays in the left lane. So just, hopefully that will work. And yeah, like I said, it helps with zippering quite a bit. I mean, they don't cut each other off. In this case, they're going to, though. Right? They're going to ignore that. And there's a good reason why they're going to ignore that. Is because there's no nodes in between this intersect and that intersect on that highway piece. So they got to lane jump sooner or later, so they're going to do it right there. Right? Rather than at the bottom node. What I need to do is lengthen, well, I want to throw a node in there just to confirm that there's going to be lane jumping and I need a longer piece. Plus I thought it would be cool to show. So we have, can I? No. Oh, it said I could. Yeah. No, it's too short. Yeah, I need a longer piece of highway if I want to put more than one node. And I'm going to want to. Because if you got a 3-lane highway, then there's 2 lane changes you need. Desperately need. So if I can put more of them in there, I will. See, they're all lane jumping. The ones that are only changing one lane, well, of course, those are nice and realistic. Unfortunately, they only have one opportunity to do that lane change. So if they're coming in from the left and coming in from the right and wanting to lane change, they're going to hit each other, for sure. I was looking down here to see, could they possibly lane change down there? And they could, but they don't want to. They want to show me that this is a problem for them. Is he going to jump? No, he doesn't want to move, and I don't think he wants to move either. Sooner or later, I find somebody that wants to lane jump. Oh, he changed by 1 lane. It's always the way. I want to show something, and it's like, no. They'll do it eventually. Like that I don't want that. Because if they do it from the right side at the same time, they actually stop each other. Or from the left, from the other side. So it's getting pretty clear to me that I want to get a longer highway piece. And ideally, I'd like to get like 4 nodes in there. But at the same time, the only way, well, not the only way, I'm doing the same thing with these 2 terminals. One is an import, one is an export. Unfortunately, right now, they're not running that way. So while I'm building this, I got to keep in mind the quickest route rule, and I don't want to. I want the new terminal to be the import terminal, so it has to have the quickest route, I guess, to the highway in order for it to just handle imports and not exports. Alright, so right at this point, it's like, okay, I need to put in nodes, so make sure that one's there. How many can I throw in here? Now, I can imagine, do I still freak people up by doing this? By adding nodes? Because I know, when you're in the Steam forum, oh my gosh, they want to yell at you for doing this. Like, no, keep your nodes apart. It's like, no, that's not nodes you keep apart. It's different street sections and intersections. If they're too close to each other, they cause pausing. But just nodes themselves along the roadway? Oh, no, they're fantastic. As a matter of fact, how many times have you seen me do it? If you've seen my stuff before, you know this is the one thing. It's like I keep hitting you over the head with. At certain places, you want extra nodes so that they will change multiple times, right? So they don't have to lane jump, right? They got 3 lanes. They need two nodes in order to get from one side to the other. If you give them that, they don't lane jump. They don't block. They don't start to... they mesh a lot easier. The game is like it's built to accept that kind of behavior coming in from the side rather than 2 noses meeting at the same time. That stops traffic. Sideswiping, not so much. One will slow down. Now, I want to leave that as 30 because I don't want this. I want this as my export terminal. And I want to add a little more road, I think. Right, just so it's that much less attractive for import vehicles to want to take that route out to town. I don't think it needs to be a dirt road, though. Yeah. A laneway. Network extensions, too. Okay. So that's 30. Gonna take a little bit of time and make the curve a little pleasant. So that's the output of the original terminal. So this traffic is gonna want to go back to their factory. All right. Is that where I want it? Is that what I want? Okay. Let's give this a test run. Left-hand traffic or left side traffic, stay to the left and merge right. You on the right, do it the other way. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Do you see it? One lane at a time. Bop. Oh, that was smooth. I like those. Nice. Give some distance. They're trying all kinds of combinations. And because of the way it's set up, it's all highway. All combinations will be acceptable, right? So they won't get into a habit of just taking one particular way, right? They'll always experiment with them, is what I'm trying to say. Right? It'll always look like dynamic road changing or lane changing traffic, and they're zippering, and it almost seems like they know that one another's there until they sideswipe, right? Then you know you're back in the game. So I'm just making sure that all the traffic understands. Yep, that was beautiful. They stayed to the left, and okay, he went over 2, and he started right away. That was a nice one. Changed to the left. Yeah. I do this, whenever I have the opportunity. When it comes up to, I guess, an interchange such as this, where you have 2 inputs and then 2 outputs, and if they got to change and exchange lanes like that, this is how you handle it. Or this is how I handle it. And now that I got this working, sooner or later I'm going to come back here and make it look attractive. Try to get the little bit more, I don't know, realistic look on the roadway. I'm not going to put many mods into this. I mean, what I use is what I use. But if it runs mechanically properly, like that was beautiful, that green transport. It skipped over, what, how many nodes do that? There's 1 exchange. Oh, and he keeps the lane, okay. 1 exchange. Keeps the lane. Of course, when I'm trying to show an example. I mean, it doesn't look very impressive this way. Not until there's a few of them on either side that wants the other exit. unfortunately, see, and they're very forgiving of it. Instead of those nose-to-nose collisions, which will stop traffic. Side swipes are forgivable. So don't be afraid of nodes. I've said it before. Oh, geez, how many times? So I'm going to eyeball this for a while. But then it's off to fix number 2. I think I can almost trust this to run exactly the way I want it to. And never bog down. Ooh, watch out, Van. Ooh. Yeah, see, that more looks like more responsible driving. And from 30 to 80, gapping the vehicles, that's also very helpful. Like more than anything else. Look at that tailback. See, right now, there are exports going to the top station. So, if I want them to go to the bottom station, I have to make that path a little quicker than it is right now. You know what? I think we're going to stop this here and go into the next chapter. Yeah, see, he's exporting. We're going to try to get these roads so they do exactly what I want them to do. Ciao for now. Have fun.